We're gonna let it just go from here. Okay, you guys. Welcome to the IMU podcast by yours truly, Kaya Star, and we have a great person here today that I am so honored to interview. I would like to introduce you to drum roll. She loves drums, by the way. Brielle Quatley. No,
Why are you saying Quatley?
Quatley and Nawak is eagle is Aguila.
I like that.
So actually, her name is Brielle Aguila, and I will let her actually tell me your name.
My birth name is Brielle Murch. Pero my musical medicine name is Brielle Aguila, which is eagle in Spanish. And it birthed from the eagle, the actual bird in person, guiding me and also guiding me in my dreams and guiding me through many synchronicities. And then it guided me to the eagle condor prophecy. When I learned about that prophecy, it resonated with my entire being. That's what's unfolding through humanity right now.
So we'll get more into this prophecy that Aguila, I'm calling you Aguila, Brielle.
You can call me Aguila.
That Brielle loves to let people know about. So we'll get into that. But before we do, this podcast is for entrepreneurs, people who, and it doesn't matter like how much money you make or how much you don't make or whatever, just people who are doing what they love to do. There's people out there who want to do what they love to do and who are afraid of doing what they love to do. So I just want to build that bridge to help them know that there's people doing it and living that way. And Brielle really strikes me as a person who does that. Would you say that you live and do what you love to do in your life, with your life?
Every single day. Most moments of every single day.
And what does that look like?
I do not have to falter the ethics of my soul to make money. So every single way that I bring in money, it aligns with my soul. It aligns with my morals. It aligns with being regenerative for humanity and for the planet and all of our relations. And I get to choose how I want to make money in that way, which is through regenerative events. I call them regenerative gatherings of remembrance. There's many different gatherings I weave every month. I also do permaculture installations and maintenance for people's food forests and organic gardens and teach people about that, growing more food and medicine at home in holistic, reciprocal ways. And then also through the music, musical performances, getting hired to do gigs around different ceremonies, retreats, festivals. I also am a doula, the doula work, birth and death, honoring both ends of the beginning and ends of the spectrum. I teach yoga, so I juggle a lot of different things to make sure I can bring in enough income for me and my son as a single mother, but that it aligns with my dharma.
So wow, that's a whole lot to unpack. Let's try to take it step by step, because you mentioned that you do things with forest gardens, permaculture, regenerative work. I think I heard in there, and I also heard music and doula. I think that's like 5. Did I get
the gist? Yeah,
that's the gist. So what does that look like? What does permaculture? What is that, and what does that look like, and how does that weave into the life that you've created for yourself?
Yeah. So permaculture is a design method for a way of living. It goes into growing food and medicine, but it's so much deeper than that. It goes into all areas of our life when you really study the design method. The design method carries 3 core ethics and 12 principles. And the 3 core ethics are earth care, people care, and fair share. And then there's 12 principles. That's a whole other class. But really it's carrying this reciprocity consciousness in everything that we're doing. So as we're intending to grow food, we're also nourishing the land with the biomass that's on the land, honoring that cycle of life. So then the soil, microbe, and the health of the land is healthy enough to grow strong plants. It also goes into our social dynamics and how we communicate to each other. Hawk medicine. It could have been a mockingbird mocking a hawk. Hawkingbird. and how we socialize with each other also being reciprocal. So as much as we speak, we listen. As much as we give, we receive. And that's what creates healthy relationships in our social dynamics as well. And studying social permaculture brought me into the practice of nonviolent communication. So speaking our needs with ease, letting go of the program of projecting our pain, projecting trauma responses onto each other, and simply just both meeting each other, hearing each other's needs, and doing our best to meet them. And if we can't, we accept that and continue on. And yeah, permaculture goes into all areas of our life, and it's based on reciprocity. And in terms of my work, I install food forests, which is different than just a garden. It's in the ground and it's working with the layers of a forest where it's all edible and medicinal and also nourishing the soil and feeding the pollinators. And then I also do the organic raised beds for more of the annuals, the fall and winter plants that are seasonal and that will die. And then I keep up with people's garden beds. And it's more than just helping them grow food and medicine so they're healthier and they're not supporting as much industrial large-scale agriculture that's destroying the planet. It's also to help them restore reciprocity consciousness within themselves. And that's my prayer when I'm offering to shift their yard to a garden. It's going to change their consciousness. It's going to connect them to the cycle of life and death and rebirth, and then we bring that into how we relate to everything. Yeah, permaculture work has really taught me a lot.
I love hearing how passionate she talks about it because I don't have to ask her a question. She can go on and on about what it is. I did pick up that you said you're a single mother. Mm-hmm. So you really have a lot of passion and prayer you put into the work when you're planting these forest gardens, or what did you say?
Food forest.
You said a word.
Yard to yarden.
Yarden. Yes, yarden. I'm trying to pick up on these words she's putting down because they're really a new concept, right? Because everything's pretty much formed off of concepts. And if it's a healthy concept that people can learn from, then I really like to learn what that is. So a yarden. So as you're working and you're doing these yardens, I'm guessing that they pay you to go out and help them turn their yard into a yarden. And you maintain that same garden, and every time you go out, you get paid again to do that?
Yeah, so that's how it becomes more sustainable financially, is also helping them maintain it. I haven't been able to do that work for free. That's how I provide for me and my son and my father. That's also how I bring in income for my dad. But a dream of mine is to create more community gardens and specifically areas that are designated food deserts where there's not fresh food anywhere around us. There's not even a Publix. And that's, for example, that's Overtown, Miami. And that was one of the first projects I ever did in college, was working with Inhabit Earth, turning an abandoned parking lot that was trash and rock into a thriving community garden for the people that are there, which is a high rate of addiction and high rate of homelessness, and helping bringing a safe haven, fresh food, but also a safe haven, a place where there's safety for the heart and the mind and the soul and community. And that's where my heart lies the deepest. And I love helping people grow food at home, but I really want to create open communal spaces. And that's hard to get paid for.
I don't mean to cut Brielle off, but I mean, I've got goosebumps all over my body when you said you turned a parking lot into a garden, or where nature was, in the heart of where people were facing addiction and homelessness and a really low state of vibration in their life. So that gave me goosebumps because you said you're a single mom. You said you'll also help out your father with the income that you make. So how is it that you're a single mom and you do all this work? How does that work out for you? Do you teach your child to do what you're doing, and do they like what you're doing? Or do you have to fight them and do it at the same time? How does that look for a single mother?
So the first few years I've had the father of my child. Even though I was still a single mother, I have the father co-parenting. So we take turns. Half the week I have him, and then half the week he goes to his dad and I work.
Okay.
Now the father is still around, but I had to move to another state. He's back and forth, but I have his mom, Shiloh's grandma, who he's with right now. So
Oh,
I
good.
co-parent right now with Shiloh's grandma. So I have half the week. Like this weekend is my time without Shiloh to make money and income for our rent and our food and all of that. So that's how I actually am able to live in my dharma and bring in enough money to provide for our life. Is I have half the week to myself to focus on that, and I stay very, very focused. The entire time I'm not with him, I'm focused on manifesting my visions and working on my business and my music career and bringing in an income. But it would be extremely difficult if I didn't have his grandma
So,
supporting me.
a big question that arises when I hear you say this. So you're doing what you love, but it also takes a lot of focus. You're saying you sounds like there's a lot of personal growth you had to go through to get to where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say to single mothers who doesn't they don't have someone that can watch their child?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can do this when he's with his grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
But if he wasn't with his grandmother, would you ever bring him and would you ever do both at the same time?
Yeah, I've brought him to different gatherings where I'm teaching permaculture and offering music, and it's been beautiful. It would be hard to do that all the time because it's hard on him to travel in terms of the timing of traveling and the unsteadiness. He needs routine. He's still young. But my prayer is to have him here with me more because these spaces are incredible and I want him to be around this energy more. But when I've done it, it's been beautiful. And when I have my friends around me that he knows and he feels comfortable, then it's my happiest space is when my son is with me and I'm in community doing what I love. When he's not here, I feel fulfilled and grateful that I'm in a space like this doing what I love, but I feel grief and I miss him and it's very hard. I feel like pulled in two different directions a lot of the time when I'm traveling and making money for us doing what I love without him. There's always this like layer of sadness to it
It's like a longing of being able to do it and
with
not
him.
feel the guilt of not being in the
Mm-hmm.
moments with your child as they're
Yeah.
developing, right? Seeing certain
Yeah.
moments or having their affection,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you have to give one to get the other.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so, what keeps you steady during those times where it gets really hard and you
Mm.
feel like, I don't know if I can do this? Do you ever have those moments where you feel like, is this worth it? Like,
Oh yeah.
is what I'm doing worth it when you
Uh-huh.
get to that low point and you want to have that family dynamic with your son?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go through that all the time. I call it like a crumbling. It's like a crumbling feeling, and then I rebuild it again, and my faith gets stronger because God is always there to affirm my path. So I let go, I ask God, I crumble my ego. um, I go through these deep, deep internal struggles, and then there's these affirmations and synchronicities that present themselves to me that keep me strong on my path. And a lot of it is through the people around me. So I am like entirely community made. Like I feel like community is just the thread that keeps me like able to continue on very, very like passionately and strong and faithful is the community around me. And also, yeah, I'm actively working on shifting my life a little bit so I can be more present with my son and more consolidated in my energy field because I am scattered doing a lot of different things at once, making money in many different ways. And the level of energy it takes to promote all the things I'm doing on the phone is not sustainable for my brain. And yeah, I'm consolidating. I'm starting to make a website and a mailing list and honing in and focusing on like building a team and having help marketing so I'm not so scattered and I can give more of my energy to my self-care, my body and my son. That's the prayer I'm holding right now.
So, I'm really thankful for her sharing that because people don't realize, even though she's doing all this work, there's still background work that she needs to do to even promote herself to be known. And so, you're doing the work and you're doing your own promotion and you're
Mhm.
traveling to these places on
Mhm.
your own dime, I'm guessing.
Mhm.
So, it does take a lot. I want to get more into a really yummy part of Brielle's life. I think all of it is yummy. I've actually got the privilege to see Brielle in action with her love for earth and planting and growing and teaching people what plants are edible, and she has a deep love for fruit, I can say. This would not be a 20-minute interview because there's many layers. But you're a musician as well, and you're a singer songwriter.
Mhm.
Um, How did you get into that? Like, and let them know where they can hear your music.
Yes. Yeah, the music, going off of the question you also just asked me, I said community, but it's also the music. The music keeps me going. When in those crumbling moments of like, how do I keep going? Yeah. The music is my anchor and it's my guiding light, and it's how it all moves through me and transmutes into truth and deepens my connection with God. So I give infinite thanks to the spirit of music. I've been singing my entire life, and I've been writing since I was very young too, like journaling, writing stories and poems and songs. But when I started guitar lessons and started writing music over guitar, that's when I fully became that singer songwriter where I could share and really, impact people's lives with the music that's coming through me. And that started when I was 17. I was extremely depressed and suicidal from 16, 17, 18. And that the music and writing songs over the guitar was basically the way I got through that period of my life. And then since then, it's been the way I've gotten through everything. So I love to help people as well find their voice and write songs and remember that they are music and that's their birthright and it's their nature to creatively channel art, especially in the deepest times of grief and suffering. That's when the art is like the most profound and can impact the most people. Yeah, I started at 17. That's like 12 years ago, right? Yeah, about 12 years ago, I've been writing music, and maybe 5 years like actively performing at different stages of festivals and ceremonies and retreats, and bringing in income for my life as a career. Maybe about 5 years doing that.
So Brielle really locks her music in with her spirituality. She doesn't just bring you a performance; she calls it a performance. So she brings her spiritual guidance, which is sacred to her, and she
Mm-hmm.
brings her music, and it's you really can't separate one from the other. I would say,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, the music is God speaking to me and guiding me. So really, all the songs I'm singing are God guiding me and me remembering the truth. And then I share that with others, and it impacts and resonates. And to me, that's just the greatest bonus ever. But really, I'm just communicating with God and finding a remembrance within myself.
So I do realize that a lot of people do have a deep spirituality when they are living their purpose and when they're living what they love to do. Seems like there's always a very deep rooted inner self with who
Mm-hmm.
they are and the spirituality that guides them in
Mm-hmm.
knowing who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that you know who you are? And if not, would you like to know more of who you are?
I don't think I'll ever say I fully know who I am.
It's in the dome in 5 minutes.
Okay.
You no, not gonna come. I won't worry about
We're doing an interview.
it. Okay, so you're not gonna come.
I can't say I fully know who I am. I think the human journey is the whole lifetime journey of remembering who you are, which is everything and nothing. And as long as we still have this ego here, it takes deep, deep, deep daily devotion to be able to find that space of inner stillness where we can take a pause from thinking, which in yogic tradition is called samadhi, and it takes a lot of time and energy every day, I feel like, to access that, which is that space of oneness with God and eliminating separation. I still have a lot of illusions of separation perpetuating my consciousness. I'm aware of it, but it's there. And my ego is still very, very big. My heart is also very big. So the ego is not eliminating my heart from guiding me, but both are very big. And yeah, I'm still overcoming the illusion that I need to do to feel valuable and worthy in my life, my community, and to God. And there's many, many illusions I'm still overcoming. And yeah, I'm stepping into this new era of letting go of addiction to men and feeling that intimacy is an essential part of my life to feel regulated and feel surrendered in my feminine and feel safe and secure. So that's a really big addiction I'm letting go of right now, and taking a vow of celibacy to have a deeper marriage with God and Mother Earth within myself. And, yeah, going through a lot of deep inner shadow work. I'm entering the Saturn return. Let's go.
Well, thank you. I'm just want to check if we're still going here. We're just at 20 minutes and 6 seconds, but I don't want to jump over what we just heard. That you had an addiction to men and you're going through the process of a celibacy to overcome that addiction because you want to feel the love of the Lord in you, of God, to fill those places that you were seeking in men. And this is very common. I'm thank you for being very vulnerable about that. Most people would not be that open sharing that. But how long do you think the celibacy thing is going to be? And do you want to be with a partner? So I'm guessing you're single if you're taking a celibacy road. And if you would like a partner, how would you want that person to show up and how would they look like to you? What would be your ideal partner?
All right, we're going there.
Yeah, we're
Let's
going
take it
there. We're going there.
Let's take it there. So actually, technically, I think the term is abstinence. Celibacy, I think, means for life. So no, we're not doing that. Definitely not that.
She's not doing a covenant.
I welcome pleasure. I'm not becoming a monk. So yeah, I'm taking a vow of abstinence, and I wrote a contract and signed it to myself for 1 year. Full sun cycle. Yeah.
Starting
October 6th, ending October.
Don't slide
6th,
into her
2026.
DMs until a year from now.
We can jam. We can write music. We can go on a nature walk. We can cuddle a little bit, but no kissing either. I'm like,
No kissing.
no, I'm done with that
Cheeks.
energy. Cheeks,
Foreheads.
yeah, platonic,
Okay.
not sexual, but channeling my sexual energy more into my purposes, and yeah, getting my business consolidated, my music career more successful, and deepening the subtle impact of my music, because there's aspects of my music that I don't feel like a full embodiment of my soul still. So I want to deepen my relationship with my music and how it's shared.
So do you feel like you're marrying your music?
I'm marrying the music. That's marrying to God to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually had said that before. I'm like,
And
I'm married to the music.
you're going deeper into what you've been building. And this is for a 12-year build, and you've made breakthrough. I mean, if I want to interview, you've caught my attention. So you've made breakthrough, and you want to go deeper into that. Do you think that it'll be harder to find that person when you're deeper into it, if they're not
No.
in the same realm of what you're doing?
No, I think that's exactly where I'm going to meet them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's been this repelling, like attracting and repelling, and not a full sacred merging of masculine and feminine in harmony, because I'm not fully embodied in my music, which is my highest dharma from God, and not fully organized and balanced in my family unit with my son. So then how am I going to bring a partner into that? It's chaotic, and it's imbalanced in masculine and feminine roles. And I have a problem being too in my masculine, because that's what I've had to be my entire adult life.
Single women usually have to are forced to be in their masculine over a period of time to get things done, and they also try to be in their feminine, so they're working two roles at the same time, which is really supposed to be a family unit. It's like the work of more than one person on you.
Yeah, so I'm constantly dancing in my masculine and feminine. They're both very activated. Yeah, but I definitely live more in the masculine, and yeah, so I want to find that balance in myself without needing a man to come put me in my feminine. I will receive that, and I love that.
Do you feel that men are needed?
Eventually, yeah, but I think there is a space where I can find that on my own through my practices that are every day, that bring me in communion with God and Mother Earth. And then, of course, I want to receive the man.
Okay. And how does this...
The man.
How is he
he
looking for you?
Okay.
What is... if you were to manifest this man, what would the attributes he bring to you, and what could you bring to him, and how does that union look for you? What do you imagine
Well,
for
at
yourself?
the core, we're both married to God within ourselves, first and foremost. And we're not seeking God's love through each other. We already have it, and then we're sharing it. And we're building upon it, and we're building our life visions together from that core essence within our own heart. We're both already activated in our dharma and living in our purpose and thriving in it. So then we're not needing to extract energy from each other, and we're not needing validation and affirmation from an insecure place. We feel already connected. So then when we unite, it's a natural expansion, and we're able to bring in our abundance and income, doing our life's purpose, which is aligned with my purpose. For me, I need a man who aligns with my soul's purpose, because that's my life. Like, I do it every day.
So there's a man out there who's got the same purpose that you have and is looking for a woman who can align with his purpose. So then you two will meet when you're ready.
Yeah, it's not right now, and I know that, and then I've been trying to force it to be right now, and then I'm perpetuating these loops. So yeah, cutting that. I know he's out there, and I know it's not right now, and I know the time
And you're at
is to
peace
go
with
with
that.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels really exciting to like let go of that mission and just fully direct it inside. I'm very excited for this new era. Yeah, ethics at the core, like he doesn't support things that are degenerating the planet, hurting the animals,
And does
hurting
he
the
have,
land.
do you have a physical
Yes,
taste?
he has to have brown eyes.
Oh.
There's no other way.
Like the brown eyes that the sun hits and they're like
Just brown, any brown.
Any brown.
Any
Dark
brown.
brown.
Any brown.
Any brown.
Any brown. I
Brown.
cannot be with
I mean,
someone-
that's the most random thing I've ever heard. Brown eyes.
Has to have
I
brown
know
eyes.
many humans with brown eyes. That's the most common color. Eyes.
It makes it a little
I don't
easier.
think, yeah.
I
So,
can't be with someone who has green or blue eyes. Sorry.
like, cause me, long hair is a thing for me. Long hair is very masculine to me.
I love
On a
long
man,
hair.
I don't know. My father has long hair. He's had long hair my whole life, so I may relate that with the masculinity.
love
But
long
that's and for me, it's like they have to love nature and they have to be able to play in the trees and be very active.
Mhm.
So that
He
naturally
has to have a healthy body.
that
I
naturally
can't-
would create up a natural healthy
Yeah.
physique.
He has to eat healthy, not eat factory farm animal products. Into gardening. Into
I was
growing
afraid
own
she was
food.
gonna say something else.
Music. He has to be a musician. There's literally no other way. I've been back and forth in that
And
one.
are you for monogamy or
Yeah.
are you okay? Because a lot of musicians, I'm not putting like throwing all the musicians under the bus, but a lot of musicians are into a poly
'Cause they're traveling
world
so
right now,
much,
and they
yeah.
travel a lot and they meet a lot of people.
Well, I want him to travel with me and my son in a tour
And you,
van
so
vehicle.
I'm hearing that you're a strong leader. It's like I know what I want, my soul's purpose, and my van. Do you think there's room for this man to have leadership in the relationship?
That's the hard part. Yeah, I'm such a leader. Ever since I was like 5, literally, I've been a leader. It's like just this natural essence in me, and I haven't had a man lead me effectively ever. So I just don't even know what that looks like. But I am extremely open to being led by a man, and I desire it, and I want to be.
Do
more
you
in
think
my
it's
feminine.
a social concept that men have to be the leaders? Like, do you think that the woman can lead and the man can support her in her vision and what she's leading?
I think we are both leaders, and we have different moments to lead, and we know, and when we're in harmony within, we'll know when it's our role to
When
lead.
you switch off.
Yeah, I think we're both meant to lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't never not lead.
I think that's an ideal situation that you would
Yeah.
have to be with another leader who's sensitive
Another leader.
to knowing when to let you take the lead and,
Mhm.
and him pull back and maybe comfort you and be your emotional leader, and when you need to be that for him.
Yeah.
So I definitely can see that being possible. It still sounds like a very traditional union, and it seems like you do have some traditional beliefs still there.
Yeah, I still want that balanced family unit, but not to the extent where the man is the full provider and full leader.
Well, you're already
Unless I have a
providing for
newborn. I'm
yourself
already
and your
doing it.
father.
Exactly. So it's like I want a man that has a healthy relationship with money, because my past partners have not, and that's been draining to my life. He doesn't need to pay for everything. Like for me, it's
It's like a
that's
good
so much
steward
pressure
over
on him.
money, like
We
someone
both
who
have
knows
a
how to
healthy
manage.
relationship, and we both know how to manifest money together. Like I want to manifest it together.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that's so tantric.
I
It's
love
like-
this. I love this for you. I love this, and I wanted to know. Let them know where they can find your music, because it's very healing and beautiful. And we didn't touch very much on that, and I know that's her dharma. That's what, like she embodies her music. But it's really hard to talk about it because you have to hear it.
Let's go listen.
So where can they find
Well,
you?
last thing, he has to be connected to my son Shiloh and live all for the children. The children is everything. So okay, I'll.
Okay, wait. In saying that, we have one more question then. Do you want more children? Like, would you?
Yeah.
If he wanted children, would you?
I want a girl. I want a girl.
So you're manifesting that girl.
Yeah.
Do you have a name?
Shanti.
Oh, okay. I was like, do you have a name for her?
Shanti.
She already
Name
said
dropped.
it.
She's there.
So S and S, like all my daughters
Shiloh and Shanti.
were A names, and my last one was named after her father, who was Noe, but we put the N and we made it a Z in Zoe, which is a big meaning. It's like there's a whole book on the meaning, which means God like life. So I noticed that you have a Shiloh and you have another S, so like you're going with the S's as well. So I guess mothers kind of do that, like they keep that same letter, and and it's like your little tribe that we're forming.
I love it. So and my music.
Yeah.
You can find my music on all streaming platforms, on Spotify, Brielle Aguila, Apple Music, YouTube.
And Brielle I will drop all these in there in the whatever.
The best way to stay connected to me and my offerings, all my events, my music, my teachings, and it's just to build a relationship with me is through my Instagram, which is Remembering Source.
And do you spell remembering exactly how it's remembered? Like,
yeah, Remembering Source.
Is there any...
You can just type in Remembering Source. There's like an underscore, but you can just type in Remembering Source.
And is your picture you?
Yeah, Brielle Aguila. It says Brielle Aguila, Prayer Warrior Peace. That's like the name.
So you'll see her picture and you know it's her. Remembering Source. You can find her music on Spotify under Brielle Aguila. Mm-hmm. Is there a name of your album?
The album I'm working on right now is called Regeneration.
Regeneration. So it's mainly your songs.
It's singles. Yeah,
singles. Okay. So she's got her singles on Spotify. You can go to her Instagram and see what events, if you want to go to one of her events, or to find out where her music are, what she's getting into. Mm-hmm. And is there any other platform to use besides that? All mainstreams of
Facebook,
music?
Brielle Murch is my personal account, and Brielle Aguila Facebook page, and then Everything Earth Tribe on Facebook and Instagram is my business page for my permaculture services and events. So it's called Everything Earth, is my company of permaculture work, and I also do herbal products from that line as well. And then my children's organization's Mindful Earth Guardians on Facebook and Instagram. So
she has a children's organization that was not in the 5 that we said. So Brielle actually does a whole lot, and she's living her best life right now, and I just see it getting better because she's in tune with who she is, and she loves life, and she loves to give back. There was something she had said that she plays music, and she does shows, and she does performances, is what she calls them. But she didn't say she also does workshops and teaching people how to write songs as well. So she gives back through her workshops, I would say.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Oh, she said that.
We can say it again.
So yeah. But you will
love to help people find their inner music. Yes.
You will find her events on her Instagram. So please visit that.
And my website's going to be up soon with all the events in one spot.
Everything.
And a mailing list.
And I'm sure she'll post that on her Instagram when she has that website.
Everything's posted on Instagram.
So I would like to, and I just want to give a big hug.
I love you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. This was so honorable to do this interview. She's my first. And I specifically wanted her to be my first because I've seen her grow. I've seen her transition. And I've seen her, the joy and the passion when she's doing what she loves. And like that's who I want to interview. People who are doing what they love and risking going by societal means and going into the world and doing this and not knowing how they're going to make ends meet, because it's not like you get paid right away.
Oh, I never know how I'm going to pay rent, but it just happens and happens and happens. It could be very exhausting.
So end us out with a prayer, Brielle. What would you like to see? What's your biggest dream that you would like to see?
Yeah, I would like to see my family, first and foremost, my bloodline, my father and my mother and my son in harmony with each other, feeling safe and peaceful and sharing pure unconditional love with one another from our inner love. And I would love to have a community land, at least 7 acres, that we are creating a regenerative lifestyle on the land, and then we share that with others through gatherings and ceremonies and retreats. It's going to be a food forest, a nursery, a school, a sanctuary, a retreat center, a church, you know, a place for gospel, a place for music and art and healing, detoxification of the body, plant-based living, you know, herbalism, cleansing parasites from our body, just a place to come fully remember source. And that is my highest timeline, is to receive that land where I know I can have that for the rest of my life and pass that down to my children and my grandchildren. We'd love it to be in Florida and in North Carolina.
Amazing. A ho to that. Me and Brielle share the same dreams and didn't even know it. Literally everything she says is written in my
Touche.
notebook. And so when two or more are gathered together, so shall it be. So you'll see that happening.
We amplify.
Yeah. So this is I Am You podcast, and a great interview with Brielle Aguila. You can find her on Remembering Source on her Instagram, and we really thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.
For tuning in.
Blessings.